up guys, what's going on and welcome back to York City, where just the two games played, a 3-0 win against Stevenage, Lopez scoring a penalty, the main headline out of that one. Hopefully that's resolved his issues with penalties and his confidence going forward. Unsurprisingly, Lee Tao with 2 more goals. Frankly, can't stop him now. And then we went to the Leyton Orient and got beaten 2-0. Not much I can do about that one, to be honest. Ebbers back on a 7.1 on that left-hand side of the attacking line, despite the fact we didn't score any goals. So, yeah, weirdly not massively worrying ratings from the front of the field. More the back of the field on that one. 6.5s, 6.4s, DK upwards on that list, basically. Not brilliant. But Coventry did draw one of their 2 games as well, which means the gap is only narrowed to 5 points. Obviously, everyone now on the same number of games. But most importantly, we do play Coventry in one of these 2 games today. And the team that they drew against? Bromley, who are first up. So, let's hope we don't follow the same pattern here. So, Ebersbach is slowly coming along. I don't know why it's taking so long for these stars to inch up, but they are inching up now, ever so slowly. Now, this one worries me. Average rating for the season, still brilliant. 6.5 over the last... Weirdly, it's ever since he's become fully competent at Marzala attack in the midfield, that he's suddenly stopped being good as a midfielder. It feels backwards, but that's what's happened, and I don't know why. So with that in mind, Suarez steps in, who doesn't really done much better, but at the very least I'm hoping it's going to wake DK up a little bit for the Coventry match, and hopefully if I put him back in there, he'll perform better after threatening to drop him entirely, essentially, so fine. That's the thing. Now, here's a question. Who do we play at left and right back? I think we play Clark and Feistammer for this one, at the very least. They are, strictly speaking, Shaw is better than Feistammer at left back now. He's a higher star rating and better overall. So, but it is Coventry next, and I'm not entirely certain the gap. Yeah, it is only half a week in between the 2, so maybe we don't go full strength against a team that are towards the bottom. Oh, same time, Shaw is slightly tired still, so we'll give him the rest for this one. That's made my mind up. There we are. That'll do it. Richardine is available as well, so it is Smith, Feistammer, Amankwah, Tavares and Clark at the rear of the field. Dean in front of those. Nacelle and Suarez in the midfield. 2 with Ebersbach and Lee Tao on the inside forward roles, with Juanito Lopez still up front. Annoyingly, the only goal he has scored is the penalty, but scoring that penalty is probably more important than it first seems like. At the very least to me, I don't know if the game registered it with the same impact as I do. Dan Morgan, 5 days away. Not back in time for Coventry. But he might be back for the EFL Trophy final, and considering when he got injured, it didn't come up with the, oh, Dan Morgan's out for the final kind of news piece thing. I'm thinking everyone is assuming he will be back, so fingers crossed. Now, I've said exactly the same thing I said last time, or the fact that we can secure a playoff win here. I mean, bare minimum. We are still 11 points ahead of Cheltenham in 4th, so whilst, of course, our main concern right now is staying ahead of Coventry in 2nd, worst case scenario is we're still 11 points clear of 4th with 6 games to go after this one. It's looking pretty decent on promotion front at the very least. Looks like Cheltenham are taking the lead, so that's currently down to 9 as we have a highlight. Smith back out to Tavares, working it around to Clark. Still Clark. Nacelle now. Forward to Suarez. Hoping he can have a good game. He's not... Admittedly, he does normally come off the bench, so he doesn't really get a lot of time to shine. So 6.6, 6.7 is probably used... Well, Lopez is fine. He scored a goal that wasn't a penalty. He's had a few, in fairness, particularly early on in the season. But even though he's missed a few penalties throughout this season, I think about 3 of his goals this season have been penalties, including the latest one, of course. So that's the kind of chance I expect him to take. It's the kind of chance I expected him to take in last episode that he didn't, and I highlighted that. But there we are. So 11 points gap restored. Well, the rest of the half just saw itself out without any fuss. Now, we're 1-0 up. I'm not going to say complacent because, well, I don't trust it anymore at all. Not a single jot. So, big win for Bolton at Wimbledon here. Wimbledon obviously not completely out of that playoff race yet. Nacelle in a corner. Lee Tao's done well there did well there. He's still got the ball back. Dean's at the near post. Oh, he's managed to smash the post. Good. They smash. It wasn't a particularly vicious shot. Now it says 2 on target from 11 shots, which isn't brilliant. 12 now. But next time we have a highlight, I would like to see how many are blocked. Just the 3. Well, that's not good. It's really weird because we actually had a game recently where we had only one shot off target out of about 20, which is ridiculous. And now we're having the statistical balance of that. The highlight so far, it's kind of tame. It's continued now. Dungworth might want a refund for his surname. Grego Cox, Bainbridge, back to Grego. They've got a lot of bookings. Dungworth's there, and he's headed over. Coventry back down to 75 points. They're losing to Wycombe, who are actually fighting for their lives despite only being relegated last year, I'm pretty certain. So, Ebbers on a 6.5, Suarez on a 6.5. Both of these two booked. We'll hold Suarez for time being, and we'll just bring on Xiao and Genie on that left-hand side. Replace the two bookings at this point. Fine. I would like a second one. I would like more shots on target, please. That's what I would like. From me, not them. Just to clarify before the Genie ruins that wish. I think one of the players I highlighted as being yellow carded a moment ago has just been sent off. Grego Cox has walked off the pitch now. They've got to play on 55% fitness. But we're not going to see anything else. Actually, no third change. Well, we were poor out there. I'm not going to say anything else. We were poor out there. We managed to win 1-0. Got away with it. And that match was done within about 3 minutes. Good lord. I'm so sorry for these ones I keep bringing you back for. Accrington was the same. Blimey, Wimbledon made that one interesting in the end. Yep, Wycombe won. Still in the bottom two, though. Oh no, Wycombe were here last year. I think they've been relegated, obviously, at some point. But not last year. It's the circular blue badges. I was getting mixed up with Rochdale. In my mind, I believe. We're still not at the top of this, by the way. Lee Tower, the only one in here. I haven't really looked at this in a very long while. But playoffs clinched, and now we go to Coventry in 4 days. So that's good. With an 8-point buffer, of course, because they did just lose. So that's made that a little bit safer. 8 points, 6 games to go. Well, I'm just going to show you this before I've made any changes to the team lineup. We've got issues, and I'm very annoyed it didn't warn me. It said I had players away, but it never warned me that Shaunan and Tavares were away on international duty. It warned me about other players. Great. Oh, and Illich has taken a 3-week injury, so our best sub's out of it as well. So, great. I'm so glad I decided not to play Shaunan last match. Oh well, at least both of them are still okay fitness-wise. In terms of the team as a whole, nothing really changed actually from last time round other than Tavares stepping out because he's in South Africa, probably. So, Romano's in. Team is identical. They will play DK rather than Suarez in this one, just hopefully bucked his ideas up now. And same lineup. Smith, Feistam, Lamankwa, Romano Clark, Dean, Nissel, DK, Ebersbach. Stars are continuing to inch up ever so slowly. Litau and Lopez. Passionately say. Pundits. Oh, I pulled that game too early. Should have waited on that one. Hopefully still got the impact I would like the Pundits one to have for the EFL Trophy final in a few days' time. So yeah, the Coventry match was supposed to be then, and we're now playing it a little bit early. Where are Coventry playing, by the way? Well, the Mancross sort of scored. Not entirely. Yeah, it counts as his goal, I guess. It's ricocheted, but it's his goal. It must have been on target before. Yeah, okay, there's a sort of concrete around the edges of this pitch, but yes, ricocheted past the goalie. Actually, does it hit the defender? I mean, the goalie's fluffed it, but I'm not sure if he's put off because it's moved because of the defender situation. But I didn't double check where they were playing. Because obviously they're at Birmingham in real life this year. So whether or not they've managed to get themselves a proper stadium by now in the game, I'm not sure. Can't believe they're still in League 2 though, that's the thing. They should have gone up last year, but they absolutely bottled it at the end. Ahmed, low Everton. Oh, he's just given that to Lopez. I'm not sure if that was strictly speaking to him or a tackle that wasn't immediately obvious. Oh, well, that's back. Oh, I'm feeling almost nostalgic for the beta the way that one just played out. It's only a few months ago, but blimey. I do almost miss that. No, I don't. Romano clears. DK goes forward. No, he doesn't. Gives it to Clark. Romano again. Not sure what Clark does there, but we get away with it. Lee Tao. Now, moving inwards. Still moving inwards. Switched across. Ebersbach. Oh, yes. One of the goals against the first team we played, Stevenage, I think it was. The two games that you didn't see. It was an incredible crossfield ball from Shao to Lee Tao, I think it was, on the other side. On this left, Ebersbach, it would have been on this left-hand side, which led to Lee Tao's goal. The first one. It was, even I didn't see that as an option, but Shao did. He has been, frankly, brilliant for the most part. Nissel, the only games he's played badly, and there's the ones where the entire team has played badly, so it's kind of rude to single him out in that sense. DK, chance. Oh, he's at the post. It's worth noting, of course, any beating of Coventry here does put them behind Bradford on goal difference. Ah. Well, what? Well, Manquar scored at both ends, apparently. That's not great. That's why I said Richie Dean had picked up 15 yellow cards. I'm not sure how that's managed to happen, considering he's only just taken a spell out of the game. Hang on, how is that a Manquar's own goal? He had nothing to do with it. We have been the better side here, remarkably. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand how that's his 15th, because he's only just taken a game out from getting 10 yellow cards. He's literally only just come back into the team for this match. There's a penalty. Harries has handled the ball. Lopez is going to step up, so this is very much a lottery, whether or not this goes in. Lopez, I mean, I'm not confident, even though they say they fixed them. There we are. It's a goal. Number 9. And Lopez inches very much closer to getting 50% of his goals as penalties. I would prefer it if he could score from open play a little bit more often, like he has done in the past. But another goal can only do wonders for his confidence, if that's a thing they even say. Oh, for God's sake. Well, it's a game revolving around two people right now. Manquar and Harries, who's just been given away the penalty, taken a yellow card, and then scored at the other end. How has that gone in from there? Feistan was taking his 10th yellow card, so he's out for a game, which is fine, I think. I think our run in is actually reasonably kind as the teams we have to face go. Obviously, Wimbledon on the final day is one that we were eyeing. One of our arch nemesis, as of course Bristol Rovers and Salford have beaten us again, so they're back on the enemies list. Litau, DK, Litau, Nissel, DK. Oh, it's nicely worked. In the end, Feistan over there. Litau's at the back. Oh, who actually? What? Did any of us actually take a shot there? I don't think it was any of our players in the end. It just nearly went in the goal because it bounced off two defenders into the goalie's hands. That's what it looks like, anyway. Now a lot of these are booked, but my now fullback on the bench is Goys, who is a fair step. Actually, well, I haven't looked at his physicals in a while, but they were deteriorating quite badly last we looked. They've dropped a point again. I'm so glad I chose him over some of the other options I had as free transfers in at the start of the year. I'm not regretting that one at all. Not at all, no. I'm going to switch Evans back over and give Genie a run out. Honestly, a draw is fine here. Although Evans back is apprehensive and Litau is motivated. Solid. Actually, Genie for Evans back. Keep the motivated players on that pitch, I think. Well, they've got the ball, and it is going to be 2-on-2. If anyone decides to maybe try and get in the way of Mitchell, that'd be great. Instead of both of you tracking the other option he could do. Even I could have defended better than that. Jesus. Got away with it, though. Low Everton. Why am I commenting? This corner came from open play. Sorry, though. This is marginally more concerning. That's moved inwards. That's headed out. Not particularly to anyone, but it is more of a clearance than a direct header to an opponent. Mitchell's the Papaga. If this highlight does continue, I do suspect that we've just seen the main part of it, but they're still coming at us. If we can get the ball off them, there's two of us here. There we are. It has just crossed my mind that we don't have these players for the EFL Trophy final either. I don't think the international break finishes on time. Just take a couple of the bookings off, I think, rather than someone who probably ought to. Just make sure there's no sendings off in these last 10 as best we can. Manquar. I was tempted to bring Goizon on the left-hand side as inside wing back rather than complete. Oh, great. Oh, got away with it. Considering Feistan is fractionally more tired than Clark is in this match, but I figured at this point, with his legs, just do what he can do better. And this one just sees itself out as a 2-2 draw in the end. Apparently they were predicting Coventry to win, so thanks. I'm going to calmly say it wasn't our night, because it frankly wasn't. The goals we conceded were kind of bizarre and annoying because they both came from set pieces. I'm fed up of the inability to defend set pieces in this year's engine, no matter how many times you put set piece training in. Anyway, Manquar ends up with a 7.4 with a known goal. Kind of shows you how not his fault it was. Yeah, Tavares is out, Shaw's out. Fantastic. Clark suspended and Feistan was suspended. I have no fullbacks. Oh, please tell me one of those three players is... Oh, no, it isn't. The Arsenal 23's got past Portsmouth with the help of Reece Nelson. Like, don't get me wrong, we faced a few actual players in the Man City and Man United under 23 matches we had to go through on our way through to this final. You know, Chong and Puimel stick out in terms of the Man United ones, but Reece Nelson is another level. So I'm kind of worried he's going to be able to play in this one. But that's something for next time. Like, seriously, how do I actually get away with this situation? Join me next time when I find out whether or not this is going to work. Until then, ta-ra.